Hey guys, today I wanted to present you some new components I added to my MIDI controller Pro, Wi-Fi and USB that will come live with version 2.2, and it's currently in review, so will hopefully be live by tomorrow. And I built some nice components like the step sequencer, which you can see over here. I have a global BPM setting right now. Ableton Link is work in progress, so we can set the BPM manually for now, but Ableton Link will come soon as well. We have a chorder. We have different settings for the chorder. We can define everything, like the different chords we wanted to have over here. We can have an arpeggiator, and let's dive into it. So I connected it via USB to my MacBook, and we're going to use Ableton. So it's a basic setup, which is just one synthesizer, which we have over here. Whenever I press some of the keys, it plays a note in Ableton, right? So basic setup. And now we're coming to the cool part. So first I wanted to present you the chorder, some basic settings so you can dive deep into it, configuring everything, but basically two different options which are here is like just playing the chords plain. Or you can even have an arpeggiator over here, which I configured. You can see it over here. It's indicating that that mode is currently on. And it's just going through all the notes in the chord, right? That's really cool. And the next cool thing is the step sequencer. So basically it syncs to the BPM we have over here. We can configure it if we edit the component or if we go into settings, and then I have a global BPM setting over here. Ableton Link work in progress. So I will hopefully manage to make that work in the next couple of days. But for now, you can just configure something manually. We go here for a very slow BPM. Let's say we have 60. Going back to the controller view, and then we're going to the step sequencer. So we're just turning it on. There seem to be some bass notes in here. Okay, I forgot to delete them. But the cool thing is you can generate something. You can generate a melody, and here's the complete melody generator. You can configure things like the scale, for example. Let's say I wanted to have a Dorian scale, starting with the key of C. And then you can configure the note range, you can configure the character, the density of the notes, the movement, the complexity, and the velocity. And whenever I feel ready with all those settings configured over here, I click on Generate. It's generating the melody in the background, it's putting it into the step sequencer, and then sending the MIDI signals over USB to Ableton to play that melody. And this is really cool. I like it. It's a very nice gateway for having a little bit of flexibility with generating melodies quite quickly. We can go here for another scale. So let's say we wanted to have the pentatonic major. I can decrease the density a little bit, which means that there are less notes. So I want to have some more actually. Let's go for this. And we have the BPM over here, right? So you can just go here into the BPM component and increase the BPM for sure. And that speeds up the melody because this one is synchronized to the BPM of the step sequencer. And then we can just configure which tempo we wanted to have. So that are the new components. I hope you will enjoy them. Let me know if you need anything else. And as mentioned before, this one will become live with version 2.2 of the MIDI controller Pro, Wi-Fi and USB.